Hi, I'm Clark Mooneyham, coming to you on the Illinois Redneck channel again today. Since the last time I saw you, I added a scope on this little unit here. Yeah, I can hit the target with it pretty good, but what I don't like about it is it's such a small scope that when I release the ball, I lose the image with my eye. I can't see the ball hit the target. So truthfully, I'm just as accurate without the scope as I am with it. But that actually has nothing to do with what I want to talk about today. When I first built this, the first fork I made was flat across the top. You can see right there, it was perfectly flat across there. It shot good, but I was breaking bands really bad. Sometimes I would only get maybe 2 shots and on a new band set, and it would break. So that was kind of perplexing to me because I had exactly the same band set as on this handheld one, and I've got hundreds of shots on it and it never broke. So I got to looking at it, and I wanted to see what was different at it, and the top of the forks were at an angle. So this got me to thinking, you know, what if I took this one and knocked the corners off down this way? Just try to angle it out a little bit. Now the groove where you tie the bands on with the other rubber, I left it straight and just angled the top. After I did that, to test it, I decided I was going to shoot 100 shots continuously just to see what happens. And I didn't have a single band break through that 100 shots, and I haven't had one break since then. In fact, when I was doing the 100 shots, I had my target set up against this chair here, and about shot number 75, the rug inside the box fell down and I didn't know it. And when I shot again, there was this real violent cracking noise. And what I found is a white marble took out this square in the back of this chair. And that's pretty thick plastic there. And for a white glass marble, which doesn't have that much mass, to take that out, it had to have some pretty good force. But well, I got to thinking about why did this make such a difference. I got to thinking about the geometry of the whole thing. So this represents the top of the forks, the yellow part that's highlighted there. That would be the top of the forks. If you got a 32-inch draw, you put your compass right here and draw a radius from the inner point of the forks all the way around. Now when you get to the outside of the fork, according to the measurement, there is a 3/16 inch difference that the outside of the band was being pulled compared to the inside. Now that doesn't sound like a whole lot, but you have to remember, when you're pulling your bands to full power, they're just at the breaking point anyway. And any difference in the length is going to make a big difference. Little changes can make a real big change in the way your gun shoots. It's just like if you took this material and pull it evenly, you can pull it a long ways. What I found is if you got a 10-inch band, you can safely pull it to 30 inches most of the time. So that's a 3-to-1 ratio. You can probably even go up to a 3.5-to-1 ratio and get pretty good performance, but you get a little more breakage. If you go to 4-to-1, you're going to be tearing stuff up. But if your band's not pulling evenly, if you're pulling the outside more than the inside, it's just like you took this material from the outside and pull it just like that. And that's what was happening to my bands. I had these bands cut 22 millimeters on the wide end and 11 millimeters on the narrow end. And yet they were breaking on the wide end and not the 11 millimeter end. And so that's where the unevenness in the stretch was. Now, when I put the straight edge on top of the fork and measured down from the outer edge there, how much that I took it down, it came out to 3/16 of an inch, which was equal to the difference that they were being stretched with the flat top of the fork. So if you're using a fork with flat top and you're breaking bands, just give it a try. Cut it down at an angle, probably about 3/16 of an inch, and see if that helps you out any. Like I say, I went from breaking a band in 2 shots up to well over 200 or 300 shots so far. So that's a tip for you there. Okay, I'm not trying to promote drive-by shooting, but just to say it's 100 degrees out and you want to do some shooting in the air conditioning from a comfortable chair, but the wife won't let you shoot in the living room anymore because you shot the TV out during the evening news. You know, you can sit in your car with the air conditioning on and enjoy your sport at the same time. So this is probably the only slingshot I've seen where you can really do this. So let's see how it works. Okay, let me put some cheese on that cracker for you. Oh, where'd it go?
It's on the roof.
Oh. Take that, you Fig Newton. It didn't break. Oh yeah? Walmart's too good for you, buddy. Are you the English that shot my horse? Oh! Okay. Are you the English that shot my horse? Oh, that'll put a limp in your Husker Du. Hey, don't mess with people and you won't need free health care. Say hello to my little friend.